Well, the ones we've tested so far, this definitely sounds the best.
Does sound good, doesn't it? It sounds the most forged.
Yeah.
I think the Mizuno and the I crossover had that ting to them, a little hybridy. Maybe some people really like that, but this definitely sounds the most soft and forged. That was the most ball speed out of any of them.
Yeah.
All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. So as we try and round up sort of the categories that we have in our demo matrix for the year that you guys are obviously interested in terms of best of series, we're going to take a look today at driving irons, Mikey.
Yeah.
Something that's a bit of a niche market. Driving irons are not for everyone.
Nope.
You yourself are not a huge fan of a driving iron.
Do not need one, that's for sure.
You turned a 6-iron into a driving iron.
Correct.
So, yeah, we know this is for maybe a smaller portion, but I do still think there's people who favour driving irons over hybrids or fairway woods, lofted fairway woods.
Definitely.
So maybe, you know, if we sort of gear that towards that type of player, maybe someone who plays in the wind, someone who likes to hit a lot of sort of tee shots and tight courses, that type of thing, we're talking to you guys today. So we are going to set ourselves up in the links.
Nice.
I'm not sure you'd ever hit too many driving irons down 18 at St Andrews, but we're going to.
It's visually nice to hit driving irons off this
It's
tee.
nice to be home. Nice to be home. We stayed, follow the cursor, we stayed in this wee room right up here, didn't we?
Bobby
Russell?
Jones suite.
Bobby Jones suite. Suite for two, couple of lads. Good fun. All right. Any particular order you'd like to go in, Mr. Bartusiewicz?
With the Mizuno Pro FLI-HI.
Okay.
Good luck.
Okay, Mikey boy. Mizuno Pro first.
Have you had this in the bag before?
No, I don't think so. I forgot. Maybe at one point. It is definitely a favourite of mine when it comes to looks. It was the intention to lay up short of the path. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice little opener.
226 carry, 243 total.
Yep.
14 launch.
Very easy to get it up in the air.
I would say for most of the driving irons that I see in the build shop that we're building or customers are ordering, between that and the SRIXON one, but I would say that was our most popular one this year.
I think a lot of people will be surprised to hear that, and I absolutely second that. I think that, I mean, obviously, or the T200 utility is a great one as well, and we've used that one, but I think this Mizuno Pro FLI-HI is definitely underrated. Didn't quite get that one as good, Mikey.
I always find the Mizuno Pro FLI-HI a little larger than the other driving irons do, but still looks really clean. Like that black finish. I guess they say that black color is a little bit slimming, but it's definitely a very clean looking driving iron, but a lot of help. Very hybrid tech to it.
Definitely. Yeah, you can kind of hear that in the sound of the strike, can't you?
Yeah.
Flies plenty high enough.
Yeah.
Probably one of the reasons why I like a driving iron is because I do flight it quite high. So, 101 feet, that was a little bit of a block, a little too close to the road for my liking, but complete user error.
Sounded like it was hit hard. All right, Fraz, before we jump into the ping, I crossover. Not necessarily for yourself, but when you're fitting a customer to a driving iron, what are the kind of key parameters you're looking for?
Well, I mean, I can only talk for myself because I don't know what the customer wants, right? So ultimately, what does the customer want? What do I want? If you were to use one, what do you want? It all comes down to, like, these are versatile clubs. Is it a tee shot? Is it a keep it low shot, right? So maybe you're going over to play in the links and you only want to hit it low. Well, going off of that, for me, not necessarily going to take long iron or driving iron because I hit it low. So I don't hit it low exclusively. I hit that at the same height as I hit any 20-degree club, and that's what every one of these are at. So it just depends, whatever your utilization is.
Yeah.
They're very versatile, as I say. I think it actually comes down to probably a little bit more of, with your delivery conditions, if you're a hair on the steeper side, I think you probably do quite well with these. I tend to find that if somebody kind of traps and likes to squeeze irons, they kind of really enjoy the flighting of a long iron.
Right.
So versus, maybe you can hit the spinny hybrids or fairway woods. So the CG being very far forward, just because the design of an iron doesn't have a wide body, and obviously the height of the iron draws the CG up.
Yeah.
Because of those two things, it tends to flatten a little bit. But yeah, it's all down to the personal preference of the user.
Cool. So ping eye crossover. Nice thing about this one, it is adjustable.
Yeah.
So, you know, having the same adjustability as what a hybrid or a fairway wood or a driver would have, which is nice.
Which is really good, isn't it?
Cool add-on, yeah.
I actually like this one. If I like the head style, the head shape a lot, it's the offset.
Yeah, there's a lot of offset.
Just too much offset for me. Sounded good as well. So just nice little layups, Mikey, before that path. Quite similar in the numbers to the Mizuno.
Yeah. You definitely do hit the driving iron higher than the average person would have one in the bag for.
Definitely. I've just always really liked long irons or driving irons. It's just, we talk about certain clubs are in a sweet spot for someone's swing.
Yeah.
Long irons are that for me.
Definitely.
I've never feared them. I've always enjoyed hitting them.
Good swing. Too much.
Too much.
Ping crossover looks a little longer heel to toe as well.
It's okay. No, I would say it's okay. Just as the only thing that stands out is just that offset.
Yeah.
That's the only significant thing.
Okay, Fraz, driving on number 3, the Stealth UDI. I feel like this has been out for a long time. Kind of came out at the end of last summer. And again, no real update or freshen up yet from the TaylorMade team. You've had one of these in the bag.
Yeah, surprisingly,
before.
I've had one of these.
Graphite design shaft in it.
Yeah. Yeah, I never got on with it. Well, that's a lie. I had an unbelievable opening night with it. I took it out to Brampton one night, and like, I made a video on it that night. I've hit it everywhere, and it was unreal. And I took it to Cabot when we went, and then got it to Cabot and didn't like it. It was too long for me, and
never made the flight back home.
No, I think I donated it to a caddy or something. Let's have a look. Quite like the look of this, though. Mm-hmm.
Good couple opening swings.
Not too bad. Still a better strike, I think.
Yeah. Looks like it's coming out a little lower, too.
Does it?
A little bit.
I think it may be in striking 1 and 2, Mikey.
Yeah.
Because that one, was that 108 feet? Because that felt like that one was higher.
Okay. A bit tuggy.
Wee bit, but certainly on the whole, that shot shape fits better than the one that goes right, that's for sure.
Sounded okay?
Yeah, it was okay. It was okay. It's a good looking one, isn't it?
Yeah.
SRIXON ZX utility.
Again, popular like that Mizuno Pro for us.
Yeah.
Very, very clean. Sounds so good.
It does, doesn't it? I actually didn't hit that one all that good. Wee bit low heel.
Yep. And low center.
Spun a little more. A better strike.
Good strike. Of the ones you've tested so far, this definitely sounds the best.
Does sound good, doesn't it? It sounds the most forged.
Yeah.
I think the Mizuno and the I crossover had that ting to them, little hybridy. Maybe some people really like that. But this definitely sounds the most soft and forged. Yeah. That was the most ball speed out of any of them.
Yeah. Okay, Fraz, last but certainly not least.
Yeah.
T200, the new T200. Again, I think from, I used T200 last year's gen in a 4-iron, and I didn't think I'd ever get rid of it out of my bag. And then all of a sudden I put this in, and I think it's, in my opinion, it's probably, in my opinion, doesn't matter, but I think it's the best driving iron out there. I like the sound, I like the look, I like the feel of it. Be interested to see what you think in 3-iron. Obviously, you play this in your 5-iron. Be interesting to see what it's like with this hazardous in there.
Okay. That felt so good.
Oof.
Did it stop?
Right on the edge. And very similar to that SRIXON. It sounds forged.
Sounds quite good. Yeah.
That was a good strike.
Yeah.
The T2 just sounds quick.
It's got that techie sound, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, Mikey boy, let's go through these kind of one by one. Where do we start off? Mizuno?
Yep.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I always think you get a little bit the short end of the deal when you come first in these tests.
Yeah.
Just because you're going to warm into, you're going to start hitting with a little bit more rhythm. I felt like I hit that one well. Yeah, I didn't really feel like it was the club's fault that I was overdrawn it by any means, but yeah, I really liked that one. Then we went to ping. It was very good.
Yeah. Stayed more online, if not that little fade bias for you.
Yeah. Really,
at the
really
standard
centered.
setting too.
So it's quite similar in the club head speed. Yeah, no, I thought that one was really, really good.
Yeah.
Stealth was a little bit left and right. I think it's probably the one that maybe suffered from the shaft not being quite right.
Yeah.
A little bit on that one. It was a bit soft. I did feel like I sprayed that one. So didn't benefit at all from that. I really liked hitting the SRIXON. Really, actually the quickest.
Quick. Yeah.
Good launch, actually a bit more spin. So I think if there's one that you're trying to hit in a little bit of a softer trajectory, that would appear to be the one.
Yep.
And last but by no means least, T200.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it. You can see the kind of speed ladder, if you like. Started off here, into ping, into stealth. So we're kind of around the same speeds.
Climbing, yeah.
And then it's getting a bit quicker towards the end. So it does make a difference. I mean, by the time you go from SRIXON to stealth, you're a mile an hour different. Efficiencies are quite similar. Titleist being slightly better.
Attack is very similar. Maybe FLI-HI, not as steep, maybe just a little larger sole on that club.
Let's look at the ball flicks. Really all very similar in spin apart from
SRIXON.
Interesting. Quite a bit different with the SRIXON. Good speed, good launch, great spin.
Like you said, if you want that softer flight and that SRIXON and you're trying to stop this on a green, maybe have this as an actual iron to your set, that SRIXON utility is the one.
So if you're me, after hitting those, what one goes in the bag?
A T200 comes out a little low. Now, again, it could be shaft. We could change a couple dynamics, a little lower launching. I would put SRIXON utility in the bag just to have something that you can. It's not really a T club in your case. It's more of something that you can kind of attack a green to. I mean, I'd go utility, SRIXON utility all day long.
It was good. Yeah, it was definitely good. I'd like to get, in kind of testing away from here, I'd like to give this another go. Because I do like the feel of that Mizuno. I did feel like I hit that one quite good, but maybe it just wasn't kind of warmed up yet.
For a driving iron, I find that Mizuno the easiest one to hit out of the bunch.
Probably if reality is where we're at. It's between those three.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. I think, I mean, which is ridiculous because arguably the best, tightest grouping was with the Ping.
Yeah.
But again, you just start to pick out the things you like and don't like. I don't love that offset. Yeah, I wasn't struggling with the setup of the club, despite the fact it has obviously the sleeve.
Yeah,
you know, if I need to go flatter, I can go with the flat cog, or flip it round to the flat setting. I should give this another look as well.
Yeah, yeah.
See how we end up with so many clubs? How do you decide between those ones? No, I mean, in all honesty, they're all awesome. If I was to pick my favourites, I would say, for a lot of people, maybe most, SRIXON.
Yeah.
I think lots of people, if they don't have somewhere nearby where they can get loft and lies done, Ping.
Yeah, good point.
Right. I think the players, you know, the kind of, you know, low handicappers who kind of love the shaping, less offset, they'll gravitate to T200 for sure. And then Mizuno Pro, if you want a slightly techier sounding version of the SRIXON, you're going to go Mizuno Pro.
I like that.
I think that's how I would summarize it. Honestly, guys, all good, and not to discount Stealth UDI. It's a bit different.
Yeah.
It doesn't maybe have the same iron sort of look to it. Maybe some people, if you're struggling a little bit low in the head, which I don't really, struggling low with those strikes, that speed pocket design might be quite good for you. But for me, that wouldn't be one of the ones I'd consider. Ironically, it's the one I own or have at home. But yeah, I would probably end up going between, I feel like I would go between Mizuno and SRIXON.
Yeah. Didn't you have a SRIXON at one point this year? Probably.
Anyway, guys, this is for you guys, not me, to see the differences between, obviously, these clubs, their subtleties, their strengths, their weaknesses, and what we obviously like about them in the ball flight. I think doing it off a tee like that was pretty good. That path actually proved into be quite an interesting little reference point for distance.
Yeah.
You know, the closer you get to, obviously that was a marker for, okay, you really caught that one, et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah, we always find something interesting in these tests. So if you're looking for a driving iron, I would strongly consider one of these in your purchase. The one that we don't have that would have been part of this test was Apex Utility.
Right, yeah.
So that should be part of this test. Absolutely would be very similar to like a T200 in its shape, not a lot of offset. We don't have one up here right now. So further down the line, maybe we'll add it into another test down the line. But a really good one to consider for those of you who like that shape.
For sure.
Excellent. Okay, stay tuned for more, guys. We will see you again soon.